What's up, guys? Back again with video number 2 today. Today I have another battle, another X and Y OU Wi-Fi battle against Bob over here. Looking at him, you know, he's got some threats on his team. The Volcarona, the Conch Elder, the Mega Manectric, and the T-Tar are the biggest things that I'm worried about. If you had a quick little look at my team, I don't have too much power on my team. Now I do have the nice and powerful Mega Metacham, and I do have the Rotom C, but other than that, my team doesn't have too much power on it. He's going to go ahead and lead off with a Ferrothorn. I'm going to lead off with my Mega Metacham over here, Nepelny, as he has now been nicknamed. He, you know, you can't put nipple in these kinds of games, so it was Nipple Knee, but, you know, Shizzy was like, nah, son, that's Nepelny. But I'm going to hit him up with that Drain Punch, just clean 85% damage to that Ferrothorn. There's nothing that can easily take hits from Mega Metacham. You know, there obviously are its checks and counters, but if you don't have one, you're going to have a bad time. I'm going to hit him up with another Drain Punch. Now, the only unfortunate thing about, you know, hitting this Ferrothorn head on is the Iron Barbs, but not only the Iron Barbs, the Rocky Helmet on top of the Iron Barbs. So I'm actually going to be taking a total of 50% damage just from straight up attacking that Ferrothorn, but that's okay. He's going to go out into Sunny D, that Volcarona over there. I'm going to switch out. I'm going to go out into my Politoed. And, yeah, because having a Volcarona in the rain is kind of like a Bisharp behind a sub. It's like having a big stick of butter on your Subway sandwich. You don't want that. It's gross and disgusting. Volcarona in the rain. I don't understand why you would ever sit there. He's going to go for a Quiver Dance, but that's okay because that's the first turn that I switched out. That's understandable. But this next turn here, he stays in and goes for another Quiver Dance. This man is trying to set up on me right now, and I'm not having it. Politoad's not having it. This man's going to have a bad day. Going to hit him with a Hydro Pump, and we all know what's about to happen. He's going to get critical hit, and he's going to die. It's simple as that. These kids and their Volcaronas, they're messing with threads, and you don't want to mess with threads. It's a bad idea. Don't do it. Just please stop doing it. Now here's what he should have done last turn instead of going for another Quiver Dance. He should have went out in the T-Tar, could have eaten up the Hydro Pump, and yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and switch out to my Swampert. And here's something that you don't see ever: Outrage on T-Tar. Now I get it if you want to have it for Garchomp switch-ins or whatever, but please don't do that. It's like, I don't know. It's like running a water move on a fire type Pokemon, if it's even possible. It's like kids these days, they don't know what they're doing. He actually critical hits me that second turn, so he does get some hacks back. I'm gonna go ahead and hit him up with an Earthquake, and it does way too much damage to that T-Tar, way more than I was expecting it to do. But that's fine because you know, damage is damage, and I like damage. As long as I'm the one putting it out and not taking it. He actually hits himself in Confusion here, which is great because it's going to allow me to take a turn, set up my Stealth Rocks. He doesn't have anything on his team that's really weak to Stealth Rocks anymore now that the Volcarona is gone, but the residual damage does help regardless. Now, like I said at the beginning of the video, he kind of wasted a turn going for the Stealth Rocks instead of going for a Gyro Ball or something. I would have rather taken out a Mega Metacham over getting my rocks out, because I still have my Metacham. It's still sitting in the back, ready to destroy some people. I'm going to go hit him up with another Earthquake. That is a dead T-Tar. Don't have to deal with it anymore. And, you know, I'm free to set my rain back up whenever I feel appropriate. And we're going to have some fun. He's actually going to go out into Fido. Now, if you guys didn't know, this thing does actually get Sand Rush. But I'm not even going to let him, you know, sit here and take the time. I'm going to switch out. Going to go out into my Politoed, because I don't want to deal with, you know, a fast Fido. Fast Fidos are not something I generally want to deal with on a day-to-day basis, and today's definitely a day that I don't want to be dealing with it. But I'm going to get my rain up. He's going to hit me with the return there. Does way too much damage, but I do end up living with about 7 HP. He actually switches out here. Not sure why. I'm pretty sure he still would have been faster regardless, but I stayed in kind of as a death fodder here. He switches out into the Conch Elder. I'm going to go for the Scald, just trying to get some damage off, trying to burn something. But he makes a good play and goes out into the Conch Elder, the Sharkeisha over there. And You know, thankfully I didn't burn that thing because I already know that it's going to have guts. But I am going to go out into my Rotom C over here. He actually ends up just going straight for the Mach Punch, thinking that I would stay in, but nope, not today. Got to try and preserve the 6-0. Gonna hit him up with that Thunder. Damage. Nice and damage. I mean, it's ridiculous how strong Rotom C is. I mean, modest max special attack with some choice specs on this thing, you know, it destroys lives. He actually makes a great play here. Double switches out into Bolt, which is his Manectric over here, and you know, definitely makes one heck of a play. It totally caught me off guard. I was not expecting to see that. Generally, you can kind of tell how good or how bad your opponent is, and I didn't think that he would be making that kind of play. So I was just going for Thunders, but he did make a great play and ended up going out into that thing. But I'm gonna switch out into my Goodra over here, and if you guys know anything about this Goodra, max special defense with an Assault Vest on and a Calm Nature, this thing can take any hit that any special attacker wants to throw at it, unless it's like a Psy Shock. Then I'm kind of fucked in that department. But he goes for the Flamethrower, trying to hit my Rotom C, but he went for it in the rain. So it wouldn't have killed regardless, but even the HP Ice isn't doing anything, and he's a +1 special attack after the Lightning Rod boost there. But I'm going to hit him up with the Dragon Pulse, and it, you know, this particular one doesn't have the highest special attack stat, but that is some ridiculous damage, you know, for not having any investment in that. But he actually ends up going back out into Fido, and I definitely do not want to be staying in against this thing. So after I hit him up with this Dragon Pulse, after he switches out, I'm getting the heck out of here, because I already know that this thing is gonna have Ice Fang. It's the only reason he ever would have switched like that. So I'm actually end up going out into my Spunk Tank, which is my Skuntank over here. Nice and shiny, nice and ruby looking. It's a very good, very fitting color for this Pokemon, and I actually like the color a lot. He hits me with the Icing, and he freezes me. He gets me with the freeze from the Ice Fang, and I'm telling you guys, it's not something that is ever fun. Now I went for the Sucker Punch there, just trying to thaw out, but it's not going to happen. He ends up hitting me with a return, and unfortunately takes me out. So that's unfortunate, but it's okay. The Fido is now gone, and you know, it's nice. I'm going to go back out into Pelney. I know he's got something, you know, just chilling, and I totally forgot that it was this thing. I thought that maybe after the rocks I would have a chance to, you know, kill it with Bullet Punch, but it was already just going to be a 5-0. So I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna take the chance. I'm going to hit him up with a Bullet Punch, see what happens here. Doesn't do squat. Hits me with a Flamethrower and takes me out. I guess he was kind of taunting me there, going for the Flamethrower instead of going for the Thunderbolt there. Or maybe he predicted my Rotom C to come in. But I'm going to go out of my Goofy Goober now and, you know, hit him up with that nice Dragon Pulse. He hits me with the HP Ice there, and eat it up. I mean, just Gooder's just like lunch. Nice and yummy, nice and delicious, and healthy, and yummy, and you're dead. So I hope you guys liked having the dual battles up today. Like I said, the regular schedule is probably going to be Monday, Wednesday, Friday for Wi-Fi battles. Probably I'm looking at like 6:30 p.m. EST. For those to be coming out, and then Twitch streams Friday at 3 for all of you attendees to my streams. But you know, make sure you know, check the links in the description. There's one for my Twitter and for my Twitch. Since I'm not streaming every day, you're definitely going to want to be following me on one of those two sites, if not both. That way you get a notification when I am streaming, because there are going to be some days where I'm just not able to stream, whether, you know, I'm loaded with schoolwork or whatever. So you're definitely going to want to follow me on there. And get, you know, updates and everything like that, and you'll see when battles come out and things like that. But I hope you guys all enjoyed today's battle. Make sure to check me out, and the links in the description. It definitely helps me out. Like the video, comment, let me know what you thought of it, and we'll see you back again on probably tomorrow, I guess. Peace out.